To round number 18 for today's Japanese Grand Prix. And before we get into today's video, I just want to wish Sergio Perez, obviously, a speedy recovery, because obviously within the last 24 hours it's been confirmed Sergio Perez has been diagnosed and has had a positive COVID-19 test result. He is the first Formula 1 driver, yes, to be tested positive with COVID-19. So therefore, obviously, he is out of action and self-isolating for, I believe, what is going to be the next 7 or 10 days or something like this. So, if this is obviously the case, I reckon he'll also be out, probably also 70th anniversary Grand Prix by the looks of it as well. So obviously it's heartbreaking to hear Sergio Perez has tested positive for coronavirus, for COVID-19, but obviously whilst he may have tested positive, however, I do wish as well equally Nico Hülkenberg the best of luck for this weekend and for probably next weekend as well for his return to the Formula 1 paddock, basically standing in for Sergio Perez. So yeah, I do wish obviously Hülkenberg good luck, and I wish Perez a speedy recovery so he can get back to racing as soon as he possibly can, and I hope obviously his symptoms or basically whatever may experience doesn't get any worse, and I hope he doesn't have bad, like, you know, illness from it, because we all know how lethal COVID can be. So obviously I don't want to dwell too much on that. However, you know, obviously it's a shame to hear that a Formula 1 driver has taken ill, and hopefully that, you know, this case is an isolated case, though, as well, because we don't want this travelling around the rest of the Formula 1 paddock, you know, affecting other drivers, because let's be realistic, you know, it's the first Formula 1 driver to be diagnosed with the coronavirus, and, you know, let's say it affected Lewis Hamilton, or Sebastian Vettel, or Max Verstappen, or Bottas, you know, and took one of them drivers out, you know, how do you replace that, you know, and it could really be a real issue for a Formula 1 driver this season, because, you know, effectively that's 2 races now. Perez will not pick up any points, you know, and that's if he gets it, gets better, of course, and he doesn't take even more ill, if you know what I mean, like, so that's based on everything going to plan, you know, and he makes a recovery, and in like 7 or 10 days time, you know, obviously he comes back and tests negative for the coronavirus, if you know what I mean. So yeah, you know, obviously we will see what happens. Obviously, you know, all we can do as Formula 1 fans is send our thoughts and our prayers to Perez, to his family, to the team that he drives for, Racing Point, which is the team that we're doing this career mode with. So, you know, at the end of the day, that's all we can do. And yeah, just hope the situation here on in gets better for them, for Perez and his team, and doesn't get any worse. That is literally the most I can do as a Formula 1 fan, and I think majority of us can do as a Formula 1 fan. However, it just goes to show Formula 1 is, you know, whilst it's up to this point had 0 cases, however, also it just shows that it will happen time to time, and cases will be diagnosed of coronavirus. But anyway, on with this qualifying to start our first of the 2 flying laps, and down into turn 1 we go, and pretty much flat out in turn 1. up through turn 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then turn 8, and I love this circuit. Like, not necessarily it's my best circuit, I wouldn't say I'm great around here, I'm alright, but I love it based on the fact you make an error here and you've got the grass, the gravel and the barriers not too far away here, so it's one of them circuits where you sort of always, like on most circuits and every circuit, you're playing with the limit of grip, but here especially, and not only are you playing with the limit of grip here, but the thing about it here is you're also never too far away from the grass or the gravel or the barriers either. So it makes a unique challenge, as we do go fastest with a 1:27.8, so not a bad lap. Science dislodges us then there. So yeah, I'm not sure how good we will be this weekend. I hope we're okay, you know, but Signs right now going fastest of us all. Hamilton does a 1:27.1, so not a bad lap for Lewis. So obviously people are starting to set their laps, of course. So we will have one more lap, of course, here in qualifying as per usual. And we'll see if we can improve upon that 1:27.8, and if we can, that's great. If not, oh well. So coming into the pit lane, of course, now. And in we come then. So we got one more run here then in in qualifying. Hopefully we can make the best of it this second run. It wasn't a bad lap the first run, it was just, I suppose you could argue, a little bit off the pace. However, actually having said that, looks like Carlos' time was just more on the pace.
If you want to know specific information or make certain changes to the car during a pit stop, you can tell me what you want over the radio. Press and hold the radio button to activate.
By the way, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like and share this video. At least subscribe, that would help me out a lot. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of 2020. We're already at 74, so, you know, at the end of the day, if we can get to 100, that would be simply amazing, because as you guys can appreciate, you know, the more the channel grows, the better hopefully the videos become as well, and the bigger the community is, and the more we can discuss F1 and stuff like this. So, you know, it really would help me out, and I would be so thankful to the lot of you, of all those who do subscribe. And even if you don't fancy subscribing, just leave the video a thumbs up, you know. But also, I do appreciate those who also leave the video a thumbs down. And the thing is, guys, if you're going to leave a thumbs down, one thing I request you to do is just leave a bit of feedback. in the comments as to what I can improve, because, right, no offense to people, okay, you know, leaving a thumbs down on a video, okay, you know, that indicates you didn't really enjoy the video, but why didn't you enjoy the video? That would always be a very, very nice thing to know, what I can improve for next time. So basically, you're giving not just a thumbs down, I dislike the video, but you're also giving some constructive feedback as to what could be improved to maybe next time, maybe maybe to get you to like the video a little bit more. So, you know, that obviously is something, you know, I always appreciate. And even if you did like the video as well, tell me why. Feel free to tell me why you liked the video as well. Tell me what you liked about the video, rather than just saying, oh, good video. Because, you know, I get a lot of people, you know, do like videos and they, like, don't have to, well, they don't comment on videos. But, you know, I like people to give constructive feedback. And the reason why I like people giving constructive feedback is because, you know, that is how I can make the channel improve, learn from errors, learn from any mistakes, if any have been made, and then obviously improve that video next time out. Because, yeah, the channel is for you, the channel's for me, the channel's for everyone who is a Formula 1 fan indeed. And not just Formula 1 fans, also I do other content on the channel, Doctor Who content, so if you're into maybe Doctor Who, go check out some of my Doctor Who reviews from season 12. Also a bit of politics, time to time, depending on what, you know, the politics is, and yeah, you know, just some other bits and bobs time to time on Chelsea Football Club as well, for some big news I like, and yeah, you know, just a bit of everything here and there, but mainly generalised focus is around Formula 1 gameplay, and that's about it. Anyway, heading down into turn 1 once again for this lap. And there we go.
Box for a new one.
So that's us out of quali. We're in the gravel truck. Obviously, I'm not going to rejoin yet because it's a bit unsafe. I'm going to try and join now. So Lewis Hamilton goes fastest. Obviously, we're going to take the car back to the pits or complete the 2 minutes. But that's us out of qualifying, so we're not going to improve our lap time. But right now we are 9th, so right now, in theory, well, right now we're 11th, so we're slipping down the order a little here as we make our way back. So right now looking like we're starting 12th. So yeah, P12. So disappointing in qualifying. We made an error. But it is what it is. That's like the first time also within God knows how many races we've been out qualified by our teammate Lance Stroll. We're still starting in a decent position. Like, we're certainly got the capability of scoring points here. Which is the main thing, but it is what it is, and yeah, I'll take it. So, you know, we'll see. So obviously, waiting for the game to load, and then we'll hop into the race. 13 laps around, obviously, this classic Suzuka track. A track that is widely used in all motorsport categories, really. And widely used on many different game consoles. Like, I know you can get Suzuka in Forza Horizon and Forza stuff or whatever. You know, so it's a game, well, it's a track that's widely used on many different games, Project Cars. You know, it's just one of them circuits. It's a legendary circuit, classic circuit. And the thing is, as you saw, you know, you can just make one tiny error here, and that can really, really ruin your race, your qualifying. You know, it's not a circuit also easy to pass, and it really separates the men from the boys, or the boys from the men sort of thing, this circuit does. Like, but, you know, at the same time, you know, it's got a lot of history to it as well. The Senna 1989 incident, I believe, the Senna 1990 incident as well. Just loads of history here. It's where Vettel won the 2011 championship as well, which maybe not most historic championship he ever won. You know, it may have not been a championship classic decider, but he still won his his second championship at the Suzuka circuit. However, Lewis Hamilton's never won at the Suzuka circuit a championship here. He's won championships in Mexico, the USA, Abu Dhabi, and Brazil, but never won the championship at Suzuka, unlike some legendary heroes he likes, such as, you know, Senna, most notable driver. Anyway, Vettel on pole, Sainz is second, third. We have Bottas fourth, Ricciardo. Fifth, Verstappen. Sixth, Stroll. Seventh, Ocon. Eighth, Gasly. Ninth is Norris. 10th, Leclerc. We start in 11th now after Hamilton gets a grid penalty as well. Albon 13th, 14th, Giovinazzi. 15th, Kvyat. 16th, Raikkonen. 17th, Magnussen. 18th, Grosjean. 19th, Russell. And 20th, Latifi, rounding up the back of the grid then. So, a pretty mixed grid due to a few grid penalties. So we're now starting on the clean side of the grid. That's basically pole position. So apparently we still have a chance of winning the driver's title, which we do technically. However, I'm less optimistic than our race engineer. I think, yes, okay, yep, we are technically mathematically in the points, as we have a very slow pull away than here. But whilst, you know, our race engineer is optimistic, chances of winning the title, I am not as optimistic due to the fact, you know, basically, you know, we're in a racing point. Let's be honest. Yeah, okay, we've won 3 Grand Prix this season. Fantastic. But we're not a World Championship winning team yet. We're certainly maybe the odd podium scoring team at the moment. Maybe the odd race win here and there. But we're not doing it consistently enough. Like, we're having these odd results as well, where we've been knocked out of the top 10, you know, occasionally. Like, the car isn't quite on the pace every single circuit. So, you know, whilst we've had some brilliant results this season, we've also had some not so brilliant results, or results where, you know, that we become a World Championship contender. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting there. There has been, by the way, a R&D reset. The aerodynamics got reset. However, we've basically saved our aerodynamics department, so all the upgrades that we've made in that department will not get taken off the car for next year. So we've done a good job there. So long we stay with the Racing Point team. I'm not saying we want to move away, but you never know. Maybe Mercedes makes us a brilliant offer and say, look here, mister, why don't you come to our World Championship winning team? And I'd have to really consider that option if we get offered a contract. Not we will, you know, you never know. Maybe we'll try and negotiate elsewhere, I don't know. right now what I do know though is, right now, we're a Racing Point driver. I probably will be with Racing Point next year as well. And yeah, you know, overall, that is what we're looking at. You know, for the next few years. So yeah, so the rest of the grid is now forming up as everyone pulls into their grid box. Let's hope we don't do a formation lap start, and we have a better start. So here comes on the lights, 5 red lights, and it's lights out and away we go then for the Japanese Grand Prix. It's been a good start by us as we all head down into turn 1. We're already up to 9th at the start of this Grand Prix. Norris is in our inside then as we do tap the back of Pierre Gasly, as Norris will outdrag me then there, but still we're up into the points immediately then at the race start, just making sure we don't have any damage because we did tap the back of Pierre Gasly's AlphaTauri then there. But yes, we're already up into the points, up into P10. It probably could have been, should have been P9 if we were brave enough, but we weren't, sadly. And yeah, 10th we have to settle for then, but you never know what we can do. So lap 1 and we're already up in 10th. Leclerc, no, Hamilton behind me now. I thought it was Leclerc who was behind us, but Hamilton also clearly got a decent getaway there, making also up 1 position off the race start, as we look to try and, you know, maybe get past Norris at some point very soon. We don't want to be behind him too long, but at the end of the day, you can only make a move where a move is on. Can't make an over-ambitious move, but we may have an opportunity here as we do go to the grass a little bit. As we go down the inside of Norris, can we get maybe Gasly here? Not quite, but we're going to use some ERS to maybe help pull the car as Norris just goes around the outside there. So decent battle, but unfortunately we don't come off the better end. As Hamilton just clipped my car there because I felt that. As we go up the hill through the Senna S's, as we're now going to turn up the fuel mixture. So lap 2, still in 10th place. Obviously we have turned up our fuel mixture, so hopefully now that'll just give our car a little boost.
You've got a lot of spare energy. Use your overtake button.
So this time we're certainly not in a position to get either Gasly or Norris.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when
So Norris going for maybe a manoeuvre here on Gasly. And both starting to pull away a little bit. Hamilton again making a bit more contact with me through the Senna S's. We are right now looking a little bit frail here. Car's not quite turning in, and right. Technically, I should probably resign and say we're out of the Japanese Grand Prix, because we are, but I'm not going to. I'm going to basically not do that. I'm going to try and continue. But if we make another mistake like that, then for sure I will say that is that then for the Japanese Grand Prix. So we've only got one more flashback there for you know, basically to get us through this Japanese Grand Prix. And that's us already off the circuit, going a bit wide. As I say, I'm not the best around here, and I think you can probably clearly see that. But I don't mind the circuit. Like, it's a circuit I respect. Maybe I just feel on the game it doesn't suit my driving style. Literally, I've just got no pace whatsoever. This is going to be difficult to keep Hamilton, Albon, Leclerc behind. Just feels so slow right now. Hamilton may have a go up main side here. We're going to try and hold him out.
The gap to the car ahead is 3.0 seconds.
Not letting him through at 130. Oh, forget that. Hamilton does also back out there.
The pit window, you'll be on the mediums.
Geek car nicely in middle road. It's decent defensive driving, I suppose, right now. Presume that's what we're going to have to do for this entire race by the looks of it. Because I don't feel we've got much hope here. So, Norris pulling away here. We now do have a DRS failure.
To the DRS, you won't be able to open the rear wing. We're working on a fix. Stay out.
Couldn't quite close the door how I would have liked to on Hamilton there. Hence why we went wide at 130 but still. Right now, just ahead of Hamilton. My teammate don't box, I'm boxing this lap. I hope he doesn't. I want to go in this lap myself, personally. Don't think teammates pitted yet. We'll see. No, teammates in. So we have to wait unless we're willing to double stack, which, yeah.
We're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
Well, that's my best setup. As Albon comes past. So yeah, that's not good. As we spin the car.
Okay, keep on him. He might make a mistake.
So yeah, that's not good. So yeah. That's basically our race done. So guys, if you want to switch off, please just subscribe, give this video a thumbs down. Yeah. This is a painful race today. And I think it'll be my first race in 18, in all 18. Well, except for Monaco and whatever, where I haven't scored any points this season. Great shame, because, you know, prior to this, we were on a decent run.
Exit now.
Still, we'll try and, you know,
Pit strategy complete. See these tires through.
we'll try and get Grosjean and Raikkonen. See what we can do. Obviously, it's not been my finest day in the cockpit of this racing point. Obviously, the 2019 Mercedes.
Push. Use your overtake button.
However, whilst it's not been a great day for ourselves, it's been a good day for my teammate. He's, by the looks of it, picking up a decent haul of points. So I don't think... Well, I think we'll probably come out ahead of the two Williams here. Which is just showing you how bad this day's gone.
Is 2.4 seconds.
So yeah, we definitely come out in front of one of Williams. Next up is Magnussen in his Haas. So, right now running in 19th.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
And even right now, the Haas is quicker than us.
Fuel target is +1. Faster engine modes are available. The gap behind us is 3.4 seconds.
Jeez, it's not been a good race for us. But sometimes it's days like this what makes you learn. If you know what I mean. Like, sometimes it's a day like this where you're running down with some back runners where you just learn a little bit more. But maybe sometimes not getting it right can be
Engine is looking a little
the best
bored.
thing.
Power output will be less than optimal.
Because, to be honest, we've had a fantastic season.
Issue. Some information on Giovinazzi.
I think his tyre's flat. That almost caught me by surprise though. Magnussen's out of the race. So, Magnussen, first retirement of the day. Hamilton does fastest lap. I say if we can beat maybe both Haas and basically
Front is less than a second.
Giovinazzi,
Passed in the DRS zone.
maybe Raikkonen, that'd be a decent day in terms of recovery wise. So, Giovinazzi is certainly slower.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, gap ahead is 2.4 seconds.
So, can we get Raikkonen? Let's see. Hope we can. If we can get Raikkonen, that at least means we finish 14th.
The energy store is getting worn, reducing our overall capacity. The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop.
Oh, I've got one more lap here to close in on Kimi Raikkonen. Turning car up to maximum power mode basically.
This is your final lap of the race.
We do actually the best sector after all this time. in that final sector. That is, you know, quite silly, really. Just showing you, the car was there, but I wasn't, unfortunately, today.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
I don't think we are going to get Raikkonen here, despite our best push. Looks like Raikkonen's just got it covered. Sainz does fastest lap. Ricciardo does fastest lap. Everyone doing their fastest laps. Then here at the end of the Grand Prix, we come home in P15.
Pick up rubber and bring it home.
It's a disappointing day, but it is what it is. We didn't quit, and yeah, Alex Albon picking up driver of the day. Then very, very good for him. Very, very good for him, indeed.
Talk to me. What do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them is losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
Our winning drivers are on their way to the podium.
So Carlos Sainz wins the Japanese Grand Prix from Sebastian Vettel. It's his first win in Formula 1. It's the first win of the season for McLaren. Vettel second, Bottas third. Bottas will extend his lead. No, sorry, Vettel will actually gain a little bit here today by about 3 points. But neither here or there. Carlos Sainz wins his first Grand Prix in Formula 1 as a McLaren driver. Very, very good for him indeed. We come home obviously in a disappointing 15th, but yeah, we don't really lose too much today because really, to be truthful, Leclerc had a poor day as well, and so did Hamilton and all of that, so yeah. Hamilton, 33 points behind. That's the same as basically what he had to Nico Rosberg when he lost that title in 2016. So is that a omen that, well, Hamilton will lose the title? Vettel also pushing up the championship now, looking very, very good indeed as well. So yeah, things are starting to look different now. Indeed, but Sainz is a race winner, 85 points now, pulls clear of Ricciardo. McLaren, well, nothing really changes here in the constructors except McLaren just pull a little bit clear of the Renault Formula 1 team. We had a disappointing day today, so yeah, we lose a bit of ground to both Red Bull and to McLaren, but not really anything that's going to change it. Yeah, no real change really. In terms of drivers, no real change actually at all. There is no change. So yeah, no changes really. And yeah, I'd say probably, you know, fair enough. You know, Albon probably is the driver of the day, considering he's actually had the best day out of everyone. Like, no one really had a great day out there. My teammate lost a position. Norris went up a position. Only one position though. Gasly down a position, Hamilton up 2 positions, Albon up 3 positions, the most of anyone. In fact, Latifi, yeah, maybe, no, but again, you know, just no one really having a great day. It was a bit of a boring one of those Grand Prix, apart from us spinning and crashing. Apart from that, that was the only entertainment, guys, literally the only entertainment, which just shows how dull it really, really was out there. Yeah, not a good race for no one. But it is what it is, and that is that then. So thank you, I suppose, for watching. However, we'll see.
Where do you think you'll come out? How do you feel the competition is for you this season?
So
You left a lot of paint on the walls today.
difficult,
Were you
obviously.
or did you
Grand
just
Prix we had them there.
corners?
But it is what it is. Finishing P15 in the Racing Point, which, yeah, not a great
Everything.
result. Should have been a lot better in reality. But it is what it is. Anyway, next should be the Mexican Grand Prix, if I'm correct in the saying. I know it's one of the Grand Prix, but not sure which one. It's either Mexico or USA, because Brazil and Abu Dhabi, I know which way them two are around. I think it's Mexico, then USA. Pretty sure it's that way round. Not too sure, we'll see. We'll soon find out. So, it's the USA Grand Prix next. Which is okay, I suppose. As you can see, we've basically got all them resources, basically, so we don't have to save any more items for next year. So basically, aerodynamics should be fine. I'm gonna skip that one this time around. Get 300 more resource points. And then, yep, next, come join me for the United States Grand Prix. Looks like we've slipped down the order a little bit, but it's okay, because I'm saving up now, basically, for the end of the season, so then we can make quite a few, several upgrades in different departments. I'm hoping these upgrades will go well, so then we make, as you can see, some just upgrades, get 3 big decent chassis upgrades on the car. Because the engine unit should be quite fine, really, I think. Maybe we'll make a few upgrades here as well, I'm not sure. But, yeah, I'm hoping to get mainly the upgrades in this department for next season. But also, we'll need to start focusing on some aerodynamics as well, so we can improve there. But yeah, thank you for watching, have a great day, until next time, please subscribe, like and share this video, take it easy.